Okay, this pigeon just landed on me. Watch this. Come here. Watch him fly up into my hand. Look. Look at that. I'm the bird man of Pigeon Forge. Hey, buddy. Alrighty, we're gonna get this fire going here. We're gonna do some camping on the stove. Give you a little update on how the Vivor wood stove is doing. So you can see inside the wear and tear on it. We burning it quite often, and it sits outside all the time. It does collect water. That's water right there. It does come in through the stack right there. All right, let's get this thing going. We're gonna show you what we're cooking. I can see it that way. People are asking if it leaks. So what do we got in the pot?
We have a big old thing of cabbage. You core out the middle of the cabbage and you put butter in there, and then you season it almost like you would if you were doing a shrimp boil, like Old Bay and garlic and paprika and all of that kind of stuff. And I don't know, it looked really good in the video on Facebook.
Yeah, I failed to video it, but it's in there.
It's in there.
It's in there. It's hot.
No, it's not. It's not hot yet. It's all wrapped up, and then we're going to take kielbasa and we're going to put all around the edges of it.
It's getting warm.
So
hopefully this stove will crank up enough heat to heat it up. We got her going in there. Look at that fire. And again, there's no leaks on any seams anywhere. I know I've showed.
I don't know, it feels cozy. This will be plan B.
Here we go. While the stove cooks, we start another fire.
Could never have too much.
No, can't have too many campfires.
It smells good already. And this one's out in the sunshine. We can sit out in the sunshine and enjoy a campfire.
All right, we're smoking now. We got something happening. Trying to talk over this music. There we go. Look at that. Good stuff.
Add the kielbasa next.
This little stove does really good. It's a Vivor stove. Good, not just for heat, but you can cook on it. You got the warming racks. This is probably the third or fourth time we've cooked on it.
I'm going to chop up the other one. I'm going to put it on that side. See how that does.
And then our other fire, it's cranking along pretty good. How about that? Got the camp life. We're got this fire, got the stove going, sun's out. See, we got that banking right there I was telling you about earlier that protects us on this side, store on that side. Pretty good.
And then probably just give it a few more minutes and then take it off. I think I'm going to spin around because I think that's getting way hotter on that side.
All right, here's my plate. Got my cabbage, my kielbasa, my rice, my drink. We're good. Oh, and we got the fire cranking up over there. And my honey, she's serving up hers. She's so pretty. There's a difference between pretty and purty, right?
I'll take either one.
Okay, Megan is ready for the cold. Look at that. That thing's actually really cozy.
It is very cozy.
And it's not that cold out here.
No, it's not that cold, but it just felt cozy.
Cozy. We got the fire going. Dinner's done. So what'd you think about the cabbage and kielbasa?
So it's like any other recipe I do. There's always things I do different after the fact, but I actually thought it turned out really good. They did a lot of salt in it. I think in hindsight I would probably do less salt because the kielbasa we put in is already salty. But it's good.
Yep.
What about you?
It was a little salty, but it was good. Like you said, I wouldn't add salt to it.
No, but I think once we cut it up and did it the way we did it, it cooked up much quicker and better that way.
And I think we're going to do some more campfire cooking. We've done a couple of campfire cooking videos, but we got a white chicken chili. Been wanting to cook up for years now. We haven't done it.
Years.
Several recipes that we want to put in the Dutch oven and cook over the campfire. But yeah, maybe that'll be something. If y'all have any suggestions, put them in the comments. But we're going to close this video out. And until the next video, peace out.